What is going on, YouTube? So today I wanted to come back with my NHL Playoffs 2016 predictions. I bracket for what I think will end up happening. And I'm not going to give too in-depth of preview into each individual series. Once we get more into like the conference finals, Stanley Cup finals, then I'll start doing that, saying how many games exactly it's going to take. But today I just wanted to give my basic predictions. So we'll go ahead and start with the Eastern Conference. So I think I actually did the bracket backwards. You guys can see my bracket right there. Put the East on the west side and the West on the east side. So go ahead and start with the number 1 seed, the Washington Capitals, taking on 4 seed Philadelphia Flyers. So Flyers were able to sneak into the playoffs. I don't have too much confidence in them to be able to get through the Capitals, best team in the NHL this year, President's Trophy winners. Ovechkin put up another 50-goal season. Holtby looks like the favorite for the Vezina. I will take them over the Flyers. So next is the Pittsburgh Penguins 2 seed versus Rangers, the 3 seed. So the Rangers were able to get another 100-point season under their belts. It's just hard to have confidence in the Rangers going into this series. For one thing, Henrik Lundqvist is not good on the road. They do not have home ice advantage. 2, Sidney Crosby finished 3rd in points this year, and really the Penguins are probably the hottest team heading into the playoffs this year. Sidney Crosby has led a very furious, red-hot Penguins comeback heading into the playoffs, and Marc-Andre Fleury might be back during the first round. So I'm going to take the Penguins over the Rangers. I think that will be a very good series to watch, though, in my opinion, probably one of the 3 best series to watch in the first round. So next one is the 1st seed Panthers versus the 4th seed Islanders. Don't like what the Islanders got going to this one. John Tavares didn't have a great year, had an okay year. He'll have to be huge in this one for the Islanders to have a chance. They're missing Anders Lee, one of their better forwards. And the Panthers are coming in, I think, with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, making the playoffs for only the second time, I believe the second time in the last decade. So I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. So Lightning, 2 seed, Detroit Red Wings, 3 seed. I don't think this will be a great matchup. The Red Wings were able to sneak in from the Bruins kind of collapsing, and the Red Wings make the playoffs for the 25th straight year. The Lightning are missing their 2 best players, including one of the best players in the NHL. I'm sure most of you guys have heard Stamkos is out for a little while, probably out for the season because of blood clot problems. I don't think the Lightning are going to be able to hang on in this one. I think the Red Wings will be able to push through. I expect Mrazek actually to have a pretty big playoffs and give the Red Wings the boost they need to get over the Lightning in this one. So move into my Western Conference side of things for the first round. Dallas Stars, the 1 seed versus the Minnesota Wild, the 4 seed. Wild able to get into the playoffs, and I do like them as kind of an underdog in this one. I think this game could be pushed to 7 series, but I think Antoniemi will have a big series. He's obviously won a cup before with the Hawks. I think he's got enough playoff experience to be able to get the Stars and the rest of that talented squad, Jamie Benn, Patrick Sharp, Tyler Seguin, the entire team, over the hump into the second round. So next one I think will actually be the best series in the first round, and that is the St. Louis Blues, the 2 seed, and Chicago Blackhawks, the 3 seed. So I love what both teams are bringing to the table in this series. Duncan Keith will miss the first game in St. Louis, but you're bringing in probably the Hart Trophy winner Patrick Kane over 100 points this year. And I think that'll be enough for the Blackhawks, and a team that's won 3 cups, including last year. 3 cups for, I believe, in the last 6 years. Then hard to take that swagger away. So going to go with Blackhawks in that series. Anaheim Ducks, the 1 seed. Nashville Predators, the 4 seed. So the Ducks have been playing some pretty phenomenal hockey since Christmas came around, and able to get a 1 seed home ice advantage against a Predators team that's been pretty mediocre of late, 5-1 in the last 10 games. And I actually like the Predators to pull off the upset here. I don't know. I just don't have a whole lot of confidence in the Ducks in these playoffs. They're rocking a really young look at goaltender. Frederik Andersen has just not come up big in his career. John Gibson is a little bit unproven. Not to say he's not a great goaltender, he really is. So I'm still going to take the Predators, probably in 7 games in this one. Probably my biggest upset in the playoffs, at least in the first rounds. So last one is the Kings 3 seed versus Sharks Sharks the 3 seed. So I want to say the Sharks are going to win this, but again, just not enough confidence in what the Sharks are going to be able to do in the playoffs. I think the Kings are going to be able to get past their former goalie Martin Jones and jump onto the second round and maybe have a chance at winning another cup. So go over back to the east side from a second round. I've got the Capitals and the Penguins, both, like I said, both pulling off their first round wins, and I've got the Penguins over the Capitals in that series in what could be maybe one of the best series in the playoffs if that does come to fruition. Panthers Red Wings should be an interesting series. Panthers, again, not a whole lot of playoff experience as a team. Like I said, only 2 playoff appearances in the last decade. I like the Red Wings in this series. Again, mediocre hockey over the last 20 games, but I'm going to take the Red Wings in this one. So, Stars Blackhawks, I think that's another one that has the makings for a great series. Stars #1 team in the West this year. Again, I just think they got too much firepower for the Blackhawks right now. I like what the Blackhawks obviously been able to. Everyone likes what the Blackhawks have been able to do since 2009, bringing home 3 Stanley Cups. But I don't think that they're going to be able to get it this year. I have the Stars taking that series. So Nashville and LA, I have the Kings over the Predators. I think, again, just too much firepower for the Predators. I think that one could actually be over in 4 to 5, maybe max 6 games. So Stars and Kings in the Western Conference Finals. So again, if this actually comes to fruition, this will be a very entertaining series. Stars looking to make it to their first Stanley Cup Finals appearance since 2000, and I think they'll be able to do it. I think they'll be able to pull it off and make it to the Stanley Cup Finals as the 1 seed. So Pittsburgh and Detroit. Again, I like what Pittsburgh's been able to do. I think we're looking at a rematch of the 2008 and 2009 Stanley Cup Finals, and I think that Penguins are going to be able to pull it off. Stanley Cup Finals prediction. Again, before I say this, I want to say that this is just my first round predictions, and carrying it on from there, kind of like when you fill out your original bracket in the NCAA tournament, I'll actually do my individual series predictions when it comes along to the second round. So I've got the Penguins over the Dallas Stars. I really think this is the Penguins year. They should have Malkin back by the time they reach the Cup Finals. Fleury should be back as well. I think that team will be firing on all cylinders. I think they're going to be incredibly hard to stop, and I think this is the best Crosby has looked in a couple of years. All right, so that concludes my 2016 NHL playoff predictions. Like I said, I wanted to do a quick little prediction video, just kind of give you guys the idea of what I think will happen in this year's NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. So my favorite time of year, I'll be honest, I think that NHL playoffs are more fun than any other playoffs in any sport. Hockey is my favorite sport, maybe next to lacrosse, but I'm extremely excited for it. It's a great time of year. It kind of sucks that the regular season ended the way it did. My 2 favorite teams, Carolina Hurricanes, Columbus Blue Jackets, both out of the playoffs. Probably overall favorite team, Columbus. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah, see you.